Shalom. At the very dawn of humankind, people have been divided into those who lead and the ones that follow. The rulers were kings, generals, even outlaws at times. Their followers needed them, longed to be ruled. The rulers controlled and decided their fates. Who amongst them, however, was a true leader? As time passes, people begin the search for social justice, and democratic systems replace the old world order. The world is slowly moving forward.
Новый лидер консервативной партии Маргарет Тэтчер.
But have these new heads of state become true leaders? And what is the difference between governance and leadership? Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks' book, Lessons in Leadership, has recently been translated into Russian. And in the book, he very matter-of-factly states a motto: anyone who wants to achieve material and spiritual prosperity, success in any area, should strive to become a leader. On the face of it, when one first hears the term leader, it is associated with the CEO of a large corporation, a conglomerate owner, an elected parliament member. In the book, Rabbi Jonathan Sacks takes a weekly Torah portion and, drawing on the example of the great men of Israel, our forefathers, our matriarchs, our generals, and our kings, presents each of them as a leader, shows their qualities and merits, essentially recontextualizing it into contemporary reality. That means that each and every one of us is capable of being a leader. We have this aptitude for leadership.
Никогда не следуй за толпой, Маргарет. Иди своим путем.
Authority shared is authority divided. Influence shared is influence multiplied. The ascent on the leadership ladder is built on that principle. Let's analyze this remark, this slogan, this device. We don't all have authority, but each of us has influence. Influence is what allows the individual to change the world, change his surroundings, change himself.
But I said, one day in the future, Britain will be in great danger, and it will fall to me to save London and the Empire.
Influence is much more efficient as a medium than authority. Imagine having unlimited authority, where your every order is immediately adhered to, where anything you demand is instantaneously executed by others, and then you decide to share your authoritative power with 9 other people. You are left with 1/10. The rest you had given away. Authority shared means authority divided. But if you have influence and decide to share it with 9 other people, ultimately you have acquired 9 more people. You have increased your influence 9-fold. A young rabbi working with Jewish students at a large university once asked the great leader of the Jewish people, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, "Rebbe, there are 7,000 Jewish students on campus, and I'm but one. How do I reach them? How do I bring them closer? How do I share my knowledge with them?" The Rebbe answered, "On no account must you try and meet each of them. You should select a few people and relay your influence to them. They will then bring others. They will pass this influence on further, thereby creating a chain where all students gain some knowledge. And eventually, all of them will be connected to you through those trusted people whom you have influenced." Each of us is capable of being the leader in his family. The most paramount thing for a family is Shalom Bayit. Shalom Bayit is harmony. I'm myself, my wife is my wife, my children, each of them are an individual. We cannot make others dance to our tune, but one can pass on our influence in a most clear and tolerant way, so that our kids are proud of us and speak to us with honor and respect. One's wife, if he adheres to this principle, will always treat him with respect. She will not be fearful of expressing her thoughts and desires. Why? Because he's not a tyrant. He shows his influence radiates positivity, shares this spark of ardor. And this together, a family, a triangle of sorts, a mother, father, and children. If they are functioning with a befitting influence from above, it allows for this warm and noble feeling of family. Let us look at another example. At a workplace, should one strive to be a leader or a boss? A leader, of course. We must influence our employees in a positive manner. At work, especially in a managerial position, one should not be a tyrant, but rather a leader. He should establish time to get to know people who might not be at his level, should influence them in such a manner that they demonstrate their creativity, their desire to give something to the company, to empower the company's position, because their leader is leading by example. The great economist Henry Mintzberg once named one of the main leadership qualities as the art of treating all people as equals. In his book, Rabbi Jonathan Sacks writes, "Command everybody equally, make every person feel important, allow everyone to get their minute of glory, even if a symbolic one. Exemplify humility, and let everyone understand that leadership is service rather than a high social status." The preamble to the creation of man reads, "God said, let's make man in our image after our likeness." Whom did God mean? After all, he was the only one, the creator of the universe and the man. God gives us a great example of a leader who unites authority and humility. He invites the angels and is addressing them, including them, so to speak, in the entire process of the creation of man. Just as though looking for their advice, he gives an impression of their participation in the creation of the world's most intelligent creature. This is a paradigm for us. In our image and after our likeness, we have to emulate God. Be a leader everywhere, but lead with humility and humbleness of spirit. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.